Hey guys, it's me, it's your best friend. And welcome to another It'd Be Cool If Diablo 2 edition, where everything's made up and the ideas don't matter. Today I want to talk about some changes and additions I would like to see in Diablo 2. And I actually made a video about this before already, if you want to check that video out. Because apparently, the Diablo 2 team has said, when it comes to additional content, it's not on the table, but it's not off the table either. Alright, let's get to it. Number 1, pop quiz. What is the most OP but also underpowered thing in the game right now? Correct, the servers. These things have the ability to just shut down your game, prevent your character from even fighting, and sometimes they cast this ability called rollback. It causes your level 80 to go all the way back to level 50, or your level 40 all the way back to level 20, depending on how much you did the past couple hours. It is the most OP ability in the game. Blizzard, please nerf. Servers need a buff or a nerf. I'm not entirely sure which, but at the very least, definitely needs a rework. Number 2, the Bloodraven quest. This quest is kind of weird because there's no reason to complete it in Nightmare in Hell. Because once you do it in normal, they give you a woman for free. And then you don't have to, you can hire anyone you want after that. So it doesn't matter. Because once you hire a mercenary on normal, you can do it in Nightmare in Hell. See Bloodraven? No, I'm just passing by. I can't come over right now. I gotta do other stuff. I'm going over to the Countess' house tonight. I'm gonna go over there and ruin her day. So what I would like to see, when you complete it on Nightmare, it actually opens up a mercenary slot. It allows you to have 2 different mercenaries that you can swap in and out. And when you complete it on Hell, it opens up an additional 3rd slot. So you can have up to 3 different mercenaries that you can swap in and out with the mercenary person. So basically you could have a mercenary from Act 1, Act 2, and Act 4, all with different gear. Only one comes out with you at a time, but if you want to swap them in and out, you can, and they're already geared and ready to go. In addition, it'd be nice to kind of have an option just to put away your mercenary, because every time we go to the council, Emilio just stands there and takes fireballs to the face. He doesn't realize he can walk around, so it'd be nice if you could just put your mercenary away, and only take them out when it's safe for raiding. Raiding? Oh no. Oh no, they found us. I don't know how, but they found us. Raid Shadow Legends. No! Today's sponsor is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. I know what you're doing. Your thumb is ready, hovering over the download button as I speak. And why are you downloading it? Well, it's probably because Raid Shadow Legends has over 600 champions. What? And each champion has their own unique faction and history from the world of Teleria? No way! Or maybe you love it so much because it's a very in-depth tactical mobile RPG game. Don't you have fun? Orcs often get a bad rap in fantasy, but they're not bad. They're just misunderstood. Even though they were created by the Dark Lord Siroth and have a really good reason not to like humans. Because after the brutal war fought against the Bannerlords, their lands were annexed, forcing all the orcs to become nomadic. Now they're just trying to survive. Now they're allied with Queen Eva of the Elves, and even they don't know her true motives. And to find out the full story, you're gonna have to play the campaign. Personally, my favorite orc is Anglar. This sounds like anger. He's funny because he likes to provoke and reflect damage, which is a fun combo to use. And this month, Raid's got a non-stop schedule of special events and activities, including a jam-packed Halloween lineup towards the end of the month. We're talking big rewards, PvP tournaments, special fragment events, and some brand new legendary champions, and even some spooky Halloween champions. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you need to do is hit the link in the description below or scan my QR code, and you'll get the epic champion Chinaru, who is amazing in the Doom Tower. You get 200 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in the game. All this stuff will be waiting for you here. And you want to be quick because these rewards will only be available for the next 30 days. Alright guys, you can join me on Raid Shadow Legends by clicking the link in the description below, download the game, and start playing today. Whoa, what was that? Where was I? Oh yeah. Number 3. Once you kill Nelithok, you go to Anya and she says, "Thanks, man. I'll give you a reward now." And you're like, "Oh goody, what is it gonna be?" And then she gives you, she writes your name on an item. It'd be kind of cool. It'd be cool if there was more of a purpose to that whole quest reward. Right now it's just for like kind of vanity reasons, and half time it doesn't even make sense because it's like Necromancer's Trangowl's t-shirt, and there's 2 names on it. Makes no sense. It'd be cool if once you personalize 3 items, so you got to beat normal, nightmare, and hell, and you're wearing all 3 items, it can give you a little bit of a perk. It becomes your own personalized set. So maybe like, I don't know, 25 to magic find, or like 50% repair cost reduced, or I don't know, something like that. But I just thought it'd be cool to have your own personalized set that you could you can make yourself. Number 4, quest completion. So for many of us who have played the game many a times, it is very common for us, especially in Act 3, to just rush through it or get rushed, which I think everyone has mixed feelings about. You're skipping the game, but you want to skip the game, so what's the point of playing? Half time it's just easier to go back and do complete quests when you're way higher level because it doesn't take as much time. It's very quick and easy. So it'd be cool if, when you complete all the quests in an act, before you beat the act, you get a magic find buff for the next hour or so. This is a mechanic that's not in the game. However, I do think it would encourage people to play through the game more and not want to just get rushed and get to the end game content, which I think is very, very good. Number 5, the item compendium. Different versions of this idea has popped up, I think, all throughout Reddit and other stuff. And I kind of agree. I'm a collector myself, and it's fun to collect. It would be nice to have an item compendium. The whole idea is to be able to put together all the items you found in some sort of compendium, so you have like this collection board. So basically, if you identify an item, it would go into the item compendium, only when you identify it. Another version of this idea is that you take the item and put it in an item compendium, and then it stays there, you can't take it out. And you get to collect all the items, and it's kind of like, look what I found. I've collected them all, gotta catch them all. This is a very nice little thing for completionists, since there's not enough stash tabs to actually put all the items in. And it's great for like an achievement type, end game content completionist. This is something that's like account bound, I guess. And it could be something that is shown on your profile or something, your account profile, and show how cool you are, your museum of crap. There's no achievements in the game, so this is kind of nice to have. And last but certainly not least, the biggest idea is some sort of end game additional randomized content. And you could go the Diablo 3 route where you add rifts and you got to collect items that open rifts. They had this in Diablo 2 mods like Project Diablo 2 and Path of Diablo 2, which are great mods, by the way. I highly recommend them. But it was nice because you would use these items to open up a portal, and it would create a randomized level which you could get, fight harder monsters from and get random stuff. It was one more extra thing to do at the end of the game that was randomized, so it was kind of nice and refreshing to play different content that's challenging. But in addition to that idea, I would really love to see a bottomless dungeon in Diablo 2. Imagine going into Tristram, you take a right, you go north, and the cathedral is actually there. And in order to get into the cathedral, you need to give a standard of heroes or something. Some item that you found. This would open up the cathedral, the bottomless dungeon. With each level you go down, the enemies become harder and harder, but with each level you go down, the magic find increases more and more. Now this isn't like any other dungeon. You can't just make a town portal, go into town, get restock, and then go back in the dungeon. No, as soon as you leave the dungeon in any sort of way, you're locked out of that dungeon. You can't go back in, unless you make a new game and restart the whole process all over again. One thing I really like about the bottomless dungeon is that, unlike any other place, it's kind of like the Ancients, I suppose. Unlike any other place, it's a real test to your character's endurance and power. All of a sudden, you're going to be thinking about how you're going to survive, not just how you're going to kill enemies. And I really like this idea because all of a sudden, all these skills that often get overlooked, like prayer, potion find, decoy, bone wall, bone prison, holy bolt, blinding targets with Raven to prevent damage against you, cloak of shadows. Skills like these are all of a sudden super important. Even more so. It kind of almost feels like a taste of hardcore, in a sense. You're thinking a lot more about survivability and endurance than you are about how quickly you can kill enemies and just pop in and out of town. And so the further down you can make it, the better rewards you'll get. It makes you look at the game a little bit differently, and I really like the survival aspect to it. Number 7, I'd also like to see some sort of reward for completing all the quests in the game on normal, nightmare, and hell, 100% complete. It could be something as simple as Stone of Identify and Stone of Town Portal, where they're one slot items and they have infinite charges. So you don't have to pick up any scrolls anymore. You can just right click on the stone and it'll make a portal or identify all the stuff. Maybe Cain gives it to you. He's like, hey, yeah, thank you. Feels like a nice thing, especially when you completed the entire game. You don't have to worry about those scrolls. Actually, another thing I would like to see, probably the most useless stat on any item is +1 to light radius, or +100 to light radius. It doesn't matter, because it's pointless. What it's supposed to do is give you extra vision, and I'm not even sure if it does that in D2R. So it'd be cool if, in addition to increasing your vision, it increases your map vision as well. So if you have +5 or +10 to light radius, you'd be able to see things well beyond anyone else on the map. It lets you find the stairs a lot easier, see shrines. It would actually be good for dueling too, because if you have high light radius, you'll be able to see your enemies before they can see you on the map. Okay, and now I got one more thing before we go. This idea actually comes from Reddit by a guy named Norman the Redditor, and I really love this idea. It's a stack stash tab. It's a dedicated It's a dedicated stash tab for all your stackables, your snackables. So you got your runes, your other collectible stuff, your gems, and anything else that stacks that you can plop in here. Anytime you want to put any of these in your stash, it'll automatically go into this tab here. And you can see how many you have, what you don't have, and they stack. I also love that the cube is right there ready to go, so you can just take it and plop it in the cube. No switching tabs. I also really like it because you can see the rune order. You can see what order they go in and which one's higher or lower. So get on a Blizzard, we need a stash stackable tab thingy. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this video. And actually, if I could add in one more bonus little thing that I would like to see, it would be a scroll of recharge. To recharge items that have, you know, spell charges on them, because holy crap, they cost so much. It's like $20,000 for one use of a level 1 fire shard. So it'd be nice to have a, I wouldn't mind, you know, a scroll of recharge to drop every once in a while. That'd be a cool item to have. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. And please do remember to support the sponsor. It really helps our channel out. Helps us do more content. So please click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. And now that the video is over, I'm gonna go play some Diablo 2.